All-Star Weekend will never be done away with. The NBA makes too much money. The city, the state, wherever it's in, makes too much money. All-Star Weekend will never go away. If there's an NBA, if there's an NFL, when we talk about the Pro Bowl, there will be All-Star or Pro Bowl festivities. Even the Discord talking about things we like, talking about things we didn't like, this is generating buzz, generating excitement, generating, whether it's good excitement, bad excitement, this is generating clicks for the NBA All-Star Weekend, which is what they want, which is what any entity wants when they put on a spectacle like All-Star Weekend. But I hear a lot of people talking about the essence or getting back to where we used to be. And I would combat that by saying we never left what the All-Star game used to be. Or not just the game, All-Star Weekend used to be. Let's focus on a few things, because I feel like I'm not really centered right now on a specific topic outside of All-Star Weekend. Let's first talk about what hit. I want to start off with the positives. The fact that the NBA, and this is how you know how large the NBA is. This is how you know how popular the NBA is. The fact that the NBA can continue to go to states and cities that might not be the most popular, might not be the most prominent in the United States and America, and still put on a spectacle that they put on is extremely commendable. This is no offense to Indianapolis. This is no offense to the Indiana Pacers. But when we talk about the Super Bowl was just in Vegas. When we talk about Super Bowl, when we talk about football, those type of places, Vegas, Arizona, California, those are places obviously are thought of when we talk about football. And when we talk about big spectacles, whether that's the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl used to be in Hawaii. Now it's in Orlando, I believe. Those places are understandable. And I couldn't see the NFL, and this is no shot to the NFL, this is just honest. I couldn't see the NFL take the Pro Bowl to, let's say, Baltimore. I couldn't see the NFL take the Pro Bowl to, let's say, the Jacksonville. While, yes, Jacksonville is hotter than Baltimore, when we talk about popularity, when we talk about just sheer size, I couldn't see the NFL doing what the NBA does and yearly going to different cities. Now, I've been on here ad nauseum and talked about the improvements and changes that the Pro Bowl needs, but the fact that the NBA is able to pick up and go to a different city. I think next year it's in Golden State. So it's just, that shows just how big and how popular All-Star Weekend and the NBA in general is. So in that sense, I think it's great that, and another thing that the NBA does, which I commend wholeheartedly, and another reason why I think that it works, that it travels as much, is because the NBA All-Star Weekend usually incorporates wherever it is. So they were in Indianapolis this year, and they incorporated a lot of, they had Tyrese Halliburton. He was pretty much the star of All-Star Weekend, really talking about Friday, Saturday festivities. Their jerseys look like the old pinstripes of the Indiana Pacers. It's just, they know how to put on a spectacle. I will say that. They had the LED floors, which I think was really cool for, the game. It was just great. The new implements that they put in was great. And that's how you know, again, for the people that I'm hearing a lot of, they need to do away with the All-Star Weekend. Just because one or two events are not meeting the expectation that you would expect them doesn't mean that they're failing. Hell, I'm going to talk about the slam dunk contest in a second. I'm going to talk about the All-Star game in a second, but we still watched. Whether we clowned it, whether we bashed it, we still watched, and that's what they want. And at the end of the day, whether it was bad or not, it was still entertaining to watch. That's another thing, and I think that's the whole gist of it all. Whether things didn't hit the way that you would like them to hit, at the end of the day, there's still a base level of entertainment. And that's honestly what it is. That's honestly why, whether you can combat it or not, I do think that All-Star Weekend year after year is a success. So let's talk about some of the new things. Obviously, we talked about the LED floor, which I think was the biggest LED floor that the United States has ever seen. It was pretty much a whole basketball court, which was incredible. I do think it was cool. It was a little, I don't know how it affected some of the three-point shooters as far as three-point contests, but it was really cool to see them implement the LED floor and see them implement, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the skills challenge and the changes that they made to the skills challenge, I do think it was cool how, some of the illustrations and some of the graphics that they used on the floor was really good. I thought it was really cool, really innovative. And I don't think, obviously, I wouldn't want to see an LED floor for an actual basketball game, but I do think when we talk about All-Star Weekend and we talk about something as grand as this, that would be pretty cool. I think that was an incredible touch. I've been saying this for, years now. I'm not saying do away with the slam dunk contest, but what I'm saying is you have to understand what the draw is. And the NBA has to understand what people are there to watch. As unfortunate as it is, the slam dunk contest just isn't what it is anymore. We'll talk about that more in a second. But what I'm saying is I think your programming format has to be different. I know it's traditional that Saturday's festivities, whether that's the three-point contest, slam dunk contest, skills challenge, I understand that historically, when we talk about Saturday on All-Star Weekend, the slam dunk contest finishes it. The slam dunk contest is the headliner, pretty much. But for the last few years, or last good amount of years, that has not been the draw. We're going to talk about the game, the All-Star game. But the NBA has to understand you have to adapt to your league, which they do a good job. Don't get me wrong. But you have to adapt to your league. And adapting to your league also means adapting to how you promote your league. And the league is now thanks to, the great three-point shooters that we have in the league, the cheat code pretty much is three-point shooting at this point. And people are more excited to see a three-point shot than they are a slam dunk at this point. I know that's when you think 10, 15, 20 years ago, that was foreign. Everyone wanted to see a between-the-legs dunk or a windmill or whatever. But we're talking about today's NBA. And I don't have the metrics in front of me, but I'm sure the viewership spiked. I can almost guarantee you. I could be wrong because, again, I don't have the metrics here. So if I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will flame me up in the comments, and that's okay. But I'm almost sure that when we talk about viewership and spiking, the viewership more than likely spiked during the 3-point contest and the Steph Curry Sabrina Nadescu challenge. And I'm almost sure that it probably, I'm not going to say plummeted because that's a harsh word, but it probably decreased once the slam dunk contest started after them. Oh man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.